How's everyone's Sunday going? I just woke up. Anyways, I'm here to talk about the top 10 books that I read in 2022. I actually originally recorded and partially edited a tier ranking video of all like 58 books that I read last year. But who cares, you know? Like, I just want to know what people's favorites were. So I'm going to tell you my favorites. Am I out of focus? I can't see. This is in no particular order. Well, maybe, I don't know. Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. If you, well, honestly, anyone can read this, but especially if you're a woman in like your early 20s, I'd highly recommend checking this out. It's just so good. Like, I saw someone post somewhere that it was like being at a, sorry, my cat just tried to jump through the window. It's like being at a sleepover with all your girlfriends, you know? Like, she just talks about everything that's on the cover of this. I love the focus, and at times it doesn't always feel like a focus. Like, a lot of this is like her dating experiences and how crazy some of that stuff has been and whatever, but it always comes back to how important her female friendships are, and it's so sweet, it's so good. Please go read this. Let's see, what do I got next? Let's do another nonfiction, Crying in HMart by Michelle Zauner. This book, it knocked me out. I almost didn't make it through. This took me literally 9 months to read. Like, a whole child was born in the time that it took me to finish reading this book, because pretty much every time I would open it, first of all, I read the book along with the audio, and she reads the audio, and oh my god, every time I would open it, I just start sobbing. If you're a little sensitive, that's a warning. It's a beautiful book. She talks about her relationship with her mom and food and grief, and it's wonderful, but maybe I brought some of my own grieving into this book, and it absolutely tore me to shreds. So yeah, wonderful book, 5 stars easy, but be cautious. It'll do you a number, you know? I think the first book I read in 2022 was Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is my first time reading a Jane Austen, and it's so good. It's hilarious, it's ridiculous, it's got romance, of course, but like the perfect kind of romance. Like, it's not totally in your face. It's such a good book. It's the OG enemies to lovers. It's done so well in such a healthy way. It's so wonderful, and Mr. Darcy has my heart, and I aspire to be like Lizzie. So, and then piggybacking off of Pride and Prejudice, I have Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. This is a trilogy, first of all. I haven't read all 3 of them, but I'm getting to it because this book, it's the sweetest, funniest little book ever. I saw someone say it was like Pride and Prejudice with Howl's Moving Castle, which perfectly explains it and all of the feelings that it brings. I actually just reread this a few days ago because I was like craving it. It's just so whimsical and weird and lovely. It's set in Pride and Prejudice times, and there's like fairies, like fae or whatever they are, I don't know, and it's so good. Like, oh my god, where's my Lord Sorcerer? Hello? Is he here? No, he's in London. Oh, London. Speaking of London, I read this while I was in London, and let me just tell you, I was living my best life. If you want something sweet and funny and kind of weird and just different, there's not very many books that I found like this. Check it out because it's so fun. Okay, so for one of the books that I don't have with me, it's The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I actually pretty much shoved it onto one of my friends and was like, read this or else. But yeah, Secret History by Donna Tartt. Everyone knows it, everyone loves it. It's a modern classic. It's a bit of a beefier book, but it's well worth it. Wonderful book. The writing is absolutely beautiful. Like the imagery, hello, like it's so pretty. I think it's in Vermont or New Hampshire or something. It's just so pretty. There's a bunch of like prestigious a-hole students at like a university or something. Oh my god, I just love it. Like I can't even put it into words. It's just a really good book. I feel like it's something everyone needs to give it a try, at least, you know? Like just give it a try. The first part of it is honestly a little slow just because you're being introduced to everyone, all the characters, backgrounds, all of that stuff. But after that, I feel like it picks up and you're just having fun, you know? You're just watching these like rich a-holes being goofy and you're like, oh my god, these people are so ridiculous. I love it. So yeah, The Secret History by Donna Tartt, go check it out. It's worth it. And then let's do a couple more things in that vicinity. The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. This, I didn't think it was gonna be such a highly rated book for me, but I'm in love with it. What can I say? Me and Harry, am I right? It's just so good. So after I finished reading The Secret History, I was in a bit of a slump because first of all, it was a long book, and then I couldn't find anything to follow up after that. It was kind of weird. I wish I had picked this up after The Secret History because they have like similar vibes, kind of. Like, I don't know how to explain it. They're like the same font, you know? Like, different story, same font. If I can't convey it any other way. Like, if you feel stuck after reading The Secret History, pick this up and I think that will help because I wish I had done that. But it's just this book, The Bell Jar. What can I say? This does involve mental institutions. Is that the right word? Hello? I can't remember. She gets put away in a bunch of different places. And there's some electric shock therapy, I think that's what it's called. And it's because she multiple times tries to unalive herself, so there's your warning. And she just kind of sinks deeper and deeper the further into the book you get, and I kind of love it. Like, please take care of yourself and your mental health, but this book is wonderful. Okay, and then another one which I didn't expect to love so much, I hadn't even heard of it, I only read it because of a book club, is The Summer Book by Tove Jansson. I don't know how to say her name. I think she's Icelandic or something. It is such a cute book. It's about this little girl and she's on an island with her grandma. Her dad's there sometimes, but not always. It's pretty much just the relationship between the girl and the grandma, and it's just a wonderful book. It's like you have to be in the right headspace for it because like it's so easy as a grown-up. Am I a grown-up? Who knows? As an older person, to look at how children see things and react to things and be like, you're being ridiculous, you're overreacting, you're crazy. You see a lot of that in this book. Like, her imagination is wild and it's so fun to run along with it, you know? Like, she blows up like a child, she acts like a child, she thinks like a child, she, you know, plays and does weird things that we wouldn't do as older people. I mean, maybe I would, maybe. But it's just such a fun book. it feels really nostalgic, even if my childhood was different from this one. Like, it's just a wonderful, sweet, like little 100-something page book. Go check it out. We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal. It is such a fun book. I didn't expect it to like it as much as I did, and I liked it. Let me just tell you, it follows a bunch of characters. I guess there's a couple main characters which end up being, you know, like romantic leads or whatever, and like the girl character, she is so cool. Like, you know, like she's like, I want to be you, I aspire to be as cool as you, you know? And then the guy, he maybe I have a book crush, maybe he's like, I don't remember. He's just cool and clever. That's all I can say. I love the books. There's 2 of them. They're both really fun. I still prefer the first one, but I like the second one as well, otherwise I wouldn't have read it. But they're just really good books, really fun, and yeah, really enjoyed them. And then, what shall I do next? Let's do 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I have yet to read the second one, The Dragon's Promise. I only got like a couple chapters in, and I was missing a couple of the characters because they kind of split for the second book. But this first book, oh my god, I love it so much. But yeah, this is the main character. I think her name was Shori. I don't remember, it's been a while. She's like a princess. The cranes are other things, and she goes on an adventure, and she doesn't let anything get her down, and she's really smart and clever about it. She takes her time when she needs to. She's just doing her thing. She's solving problems, saving the world, being cute, finding a cute guy. What more could you want? Am I right, ladies? Am I right, men? Like, it's such a fun book. Please pick it up. I fell in love with all of the characters, even the side characters. I was just like, I love you. And the romance, can we just talk about that for a second? I'm really picky about romance in books. This one, this is the one, you know? Like, this is the one. It was so sweet. Like, it was done so well. I don't even know, man. It was just so good. The book, everything about it, such an incredible book. Go pick it up, or else. And then last but not least, same thing applies to this one. I have yet to finish the second book because you'll see. This is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. It's a Romeo and Juliet retelling set, I think, in 1920s Shanghai. It follows Rome and Juliet, and it's like rival gangs, and it's so good. And all the little twists and turns are so fun. There's like betrayals, you get backstories. I just really enjoyed it. The side characters I loved, they were so fun. And yeah, I have yet to finish the second one though, because as I said, it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling, and I think we both know how that ends. So I've been putting it off. Like, I only have like 100 pages left of that book, and I've been putting it off. But yeah, this book is so good. I love it. The main characters are wonderful. I just love it. So yeah, go read those, or else. And that is all I have for you today, folks. That's all for today, folks. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go. Have a nice Sunday. That's all.